Hey gang, Anthony Radzikavich here. I'm just going to quickly show you the concept of downloading a Linux distribution. So of course I'm making all these Linux videos, right? But hey, how do I get the ISOs to actually install my virtual machines or whatever, right? So it's actually quite simple. The first thing to do is to go to the manufacturer's website or the software developer's manufacturer. Well, you know what I mean. Either way, so say for instance I wanted to download a copy of Ubuntu. Guess what? Google's a really good friend of mine, not that I need it for Ubuntu, but you just type Ubuntu, download, make sure you're going to the actual site right here, right? Kind of makes sense, I would think anyway. And simply just go to the site, and then find out the distribution you want. So if you want Ubuntu desktop, server, cloud, core, Kylan, whatever, you would just click on these. So say for instance I want to do the desktop, so I click on desktop, and then here is the latest. It's 16.04 LTS. It'll usually default to whatever will work with your system, but also check this alternative downloads and torrents. If I click that, that's where you can get the network installer. You can use BitTorrent to get your your ISOs. So this I actually had to get BitTorrented because I needed a 32-bit, so make sure that you can access these. But Ubuntu isn't the only one. You know, I made a lot of CentOS videos, and there are thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of different distributions, some of them obviously less known. So check this out. If you go to DistroWatch, here we go. Yeah, there we go, buddy. DistroWatch.com, you can find all sorts of distributions that are released. So check it out. Hey, here's Slackle, Deepin, Alpine Linux, Linux Lite, Clonezilla, Porteous Kiosk. I mean, I have no idea what most of these are, but DistroWatch has a ton of them. So of course you can find out the one that you're interested in. So I've never done this before. I'm just going to click on Slackle, and then you can check out this information. Let's see, it says download mirrors. It's coming from SourceForge. It also has down here, whoop, you can't see that. Hold on, let me switch it right back over. There we go. Distribution release Slackle 6.0.6, open box, KDE Live, and you can click on these links to download it as well. Of course, if you know the distribution, say for instance, and you know the website, so say for instance CentOS.org, you type in CentOS.org, and then it says get CentOS now. It's actually quite, in my opinion, it's actually quite simple when you know what you are looking for. But part of the fun of exploring Linux is finding distributions that are quirky or weird or very specific, like Kali or Backbox. To meet your purpose or to just play around and find something new. So you have options. You can go to the website itself. You can use Google. Say, for instance, I want to download Linux Mint. And, of course, I have the hacked thing that I talked about before. Also, be careful with that. Check your checksums if you're going to do it, so on and so forth. But, hey, check it out. On the Linux Mint site, linuxmint.com, there is a download. You can do all sorts of different ones. So it's really up to you to choose what architecture works for you, meaning are you 32-bit, 64-bit, PPC, that'd be weird, ARML, so on and so forth. And they will have them. What kind of desktop environment do you want? Because back when I first learned Linux, there were only two. There was KDE and there was GNOME. Well, guess what? There's Cinnamon, Mate, KDE, XFSE. I think that one might have been around, but we really didn't learn about it. Or at least I didn't in my personal exploration. So go ahead and explore. Just look for whatever. Be careful with your downloads because like I had before, Linux Mint did get hacked. And their ISOs that were on their website got replaced with some backdoored ISOs. Either way, you can check out my other video about that. I think it's incredible what Linux Mint did as far as the response, less than 24 hours. Again, kudos to them for being transparent, so on and so forth. So I don't view that as necessarily a bad thing because, 97% of the population has been hacked. And guess what's happened to the other 3%? They probably just don't know about it yet. So it's the world we live in. Either way, you all take care. Leave a like, share, subscribe. I know that this isn't my normal video, but hey, what do you do? How do you find Linux distributions? I know I'm saying, just kind of go out there and look for it. But hey, check out the website, right? The software manufacturer's website. Check out distrowatch.com. Here we go. And or just Google it, right? So have fun exploring. And remember, happy Linuxing.